Hey everybody, welcome back to A Dose of Fashion with me, Alicia D. Day 96 of 100 dresses in 100 days, which means I have 4 more dresses to show you guys after today before I go on my little hiatus, take a little break, step back and get newly inspired by my surroundings in the fashion world. Now I've chosen this dress to show you guys today, and you're probably thinking, haven't we seen this one already? But no. I have 3 plaid dresses in my closet. They all happen to be a combination of red and something plaid. And they are all very different if you look at them. Just the fit alone is completely different. One is strapless. This one is long sleeves, as is the other one, but the other one is fitted with ruching. And this one is not fitted. It has a flare out bottom with a little high-low. And yeah, long sleeve, 90s flannel style. But before I get to all of that, I wanted to continue with my theme of iconic women who made a big stamp on the fashion world. And we are still exploring the 60s because I came across Vivian Westwood. I'm sure most of you have heard her name. She's kind of iconic. And let's see a little bit about Vivian. In the 1960s, Vivian had a store with her partner, and it was a male. His name was Malcolm McLean. And the store was called Sex, all caps. Apparently it was very popular. They specialized in zippers, badges, studs, bondage type things. And apparently it was very popular. So Vivian decided that she wanted to take her love for all things, let's say risque, into the high fashion world. And then she started pairing things such as red flannel with studded dog collars or spikes. And then she would take things that were just very modern and simple aesthetic that appealed to the masses, and she would add badges and studs and like pins to it to give you that upscale 90s grunge vibe. And apparently it just kind of took off. And if you go back and you reference a lot of the 90s like rock bands, grunge was very in and everybody was rocking the flannel. A lot of people had studs. Dog collars were a huge thing. It was like a more edgy choker, if you will. But the whole thing is, it was also on the edge of like rebellion. She said she did it because she wanted to give people a choice. In a world where everybody was trying to conform you to be one certain way, she wanted to give you an outlet to be wild, open, and different, which I totally dig. Even in their store Sex, like the badges and the bondage and all of them generally had like messages on them that were like radical and political. So it was always trying to speak out and take a stand against something. So she took her love of activism and she transitioned it into a high fashion world, which I think was epic and iconic and definitely worthy of a mention. So thank you, Vivian Westwood, for your contributions to fashion. And thank you all for joining me, Alicia D, for this dose of fashion. Here's the dress that I chose today. As I said, it's open. I'll show you guys. It's very loose right now. Again, my weight fluctuates up and down. The last time I wore it, it fit me pretty solid up here in the waist area. But I always wear a belt with it anyway, just to break up all the plaid. So I will put my belt back on so you guys can get the whole view. Click, clack. So, a little bit of black breaks up all the plaid, especially since it's long sleeves, but it's very, very comfortable. It's got that flowy, spinny thing that I love. It is a high-low. It's shorter in the front. Got a little more length in the back, as you can see. And my very favorite thing about this dress is I get to wear these shoes. Michael Kors black and red plaid. Look at that. You can barely tell where the shoe ends and the dress begins. That is so freaking rare. I don't think you know how rare it is to find 2 prints that match up flawlessly, that are not made by the same designer. It wasn't a plan. It was just kismet. So I thank my aunt again for my beautiful Michael Kors shoes that go perfectly with my Venus.com dress. I thank you all for joining me. If you like this video, click like. If you haven't subscribed to it yet, which you totally should, click subscribe. And if you know anybody that you think might be interested in learning a little bit more about fashion from my point of view, share it with them. And thank you guys. Until next time.